So, what's good, everybody? We are back, and I'm pretty sure everybody's doing this, but I wanted to give my fair share of thoughts regarding Granblue Fantasy Versus. Basically, we finally got our controls for this fucking game, which is good. I basically wanted to see the controls from the damn beginning, because we don't know what the damn layout is. We didn't know, but now it's here, and it's fairly goddamn interesting. So yeah, here we go. We actually have our goddamn button layout. During that time with me and Turtle watching Fudo and Daigo, he brought up a topic of saying how he heard that Granblue had a block button. I was like, nani? An anime game having a legit block button? That's weird. So we have square being your light attack, triangle medium attack, circles your heavy attack, and X being your unique attack. And we're gonna go over the unique attacks when we look at the characters' moves list. But this is like a traditional anime style freaking layout, and this is a huge difference from freaking, or not from, but for Team Red overall. I said it long ago, well, not even that long ago, just a couple of weeks ago, that in regards to like Arc System Works Team Blue and Team Blue has a 4-button layout, and Team Red, they always have, for some reason, most of their games, especially nowadays, most of their games are like a 5-button fighter. It's weird. Obviously we have Guilty Gear, which is the best example of that, and then you obviously had Dragon Ball FighterZ, where you had light, medium, heavies. Then you had technically, you technically chase is one of the buttons, like an attack button, because it's like a pursuit. And then obviously you had like your key blast attack, which was X. Dust attacks, yeah, dust attacks led to you have two options: to go skyward or upward, or to freaking launch their asses across the screen. That was their deal. That's Team Red, like 5-button fighters. It's massively weird. So now, after seeing that this game is a 4-button fighter, I'm thinking Blaze Blue, and I'll get into that later on. You got your throw button, that's not new. Overhead attack, it can also be activated by triangle or square. Oh, I didn't even see this! I actually didn't see this. This anime game actually has traditional grabs? Nani? Oh wow, I didn't see that. That's crazy. That's genuinely shocking. For people who think I'm overreacting, no, a lot of games, especially anime games, either go two ways. You do the forward and heavy attack, which was, I don't know what that grab is called per se. I'm pretty sure chat will get me. And then you obviously had the other grab, which is going to be triangle and circle. This is in most anime fighting games. So the fact that they went back to the traditional way, that actually puts a smile on my face, honestly. You have your skill button, and obviously you have the R2 button, which is the guard, the block button. But I heard that you necessarily don't need a freaking block with R2. You could just block traditionally as well, you know, just holding back, which is a lot better in my personal preference, because you gotta have reaction times to like just press R2 to block an attack, while when you're just blocking normally, you could just hold back and then it just does it for you. So, and I heard that from a friend, if you block normally, that gives you the chance, or that gives you the like ability to have the opportunity to like perfectly guard and shit. While when you do it with R2, that actually doesn't happen. That is the rumor. I don't know if it's true, but yes, there's that. Now we have an interesting mechanic in the game, which is avoiding damage. So as you see here, they're taking the dodge mechanics of like Sam Show and shit, and you could actually avoid stuff. Back and R2, evade avoids all damage from incoming attacks except for throws, so that's gonna be very, very punishable. But you can't even combo off throws, so that's fine. However, there is a brief moment of vulnerability at the end of the move. Oh, very risky. That's fine. And here's the one thing that catches my attention hella hard, is the forward and R2. The crossovers avoid all damage from incoming attacks while advancing forward. However, it doesn't work against throws and low attacks. Why does this intrigue you, JeromeTelos? This is Persona 4 Arena. This is actually Persona 4 Arena. If you guys don't know, it wasn't like forward and R2 by any means in P4A. It was another combination, obviously, but whatever. It's the same damn thing. Where you could actually avoid like a Zeo attack, where you could actually cross the opponent up. Like if somebody is on a knockdown state and you were in the corner, you could just freaking do the evasion skill and you're out of the corner. So I'm very, very intrigued how the crossover is gonna work though. Like, is it gonna be exactly the same as Persona 4 Arena had it or not? But it's very interesting that this game has evasions, and looking back at it, I guess it's normal because Granblue has skills where you evade a move, and sometimes it could like fill your, your super meter, and then you could do your attacks and so on and so forth. So that's cool. Obviously we have the skills, cooldown state, press R1, Skybound art, which is using all that meter. If it hits 100, you will have a normal Skybound art. If you use it when you have like above 30%, and then if you have something below 30%, dude, we have half circle motions, homie. Like nani, it's crazy. You can do normal motions to attack. So that leads us to the command list, and this is where something caught my attention more than before. So we have Gran, basic bitch, right? Doing fireball forward. He has a DP. Fireball back. What the hell is this? During the square version of Overdrive Surge. Oh, it's a follow-up. Oh, I didn't even see that. Nice. And so here's what's actually very, very interesting too. Is that R1 is the scale button. And if you use R1 up, down, left, right, or whatever, right? The skill that you use, the cooldown would actually be longer than if you don't do it manually. So here's what's crazy, is that you got shortcuts for your normal specials, but all of a sudden, if you want to use your Skybound art, again, that blue meter that you saw, you actually have to input a motion. And that actually was hilarious. And then, and then double fireball with circle for you doing it normally. It's interesting because, like, it was supposed to be simplistic, right? For, like, newcomers, for people who don't normally play fighting games, for people who never held either PlayStation or an Xbox controller. So now, with this, it actually is telling them that, yo, you're gonna actually have to learn a motion if you want to do this move. I think that's actually really, really a good call. Granted that every freaking button with R1 for your skills may just be used. The fact that it's like, I don't want to say tempting new players to learn motions, but it's more like encouraging people to learn motions. But then you have your freaking super Skybound art, which is a half circle motion. Like, it's half circle back specifically. So that right there, it will be challenging alone, honestly, for the newcomers. But then if you want to get really, if you mastered the fireball motion, and you don't want to do this half circle bullshit, you mastered that fireball motion, guess what? You could do fireball motion for the Super Skybound art too. I really, really like that. Obviously we got Catalina, looking very, very pretty. I always like the art of freaking Granblue. Oh, so this, and we have X, chargeable light wall, power raise. I guess that deal with more damage. Basically, what I'm getting here for the X button in particular is that this is their drive button. That's why I compared this game to BlazBlue earlier, is that it seems that X is leaning towards, like, somewhat of the BB standard. Somewhat. Not all of it, but somewhat. Where X is that drive. Or even traditional anime fighting games where X isn't really an attack button, but it is definitely a button used for the game overall. You know how, like, at Untitled you could change shift? X is like their drive, their freaking special move. I think that's really interesting. So here's something also really interesting too. Freaking Charlotta is a charge character. Like, nani? Like, she's a damn charge character. I wasn't expecting that. Charlotta, I genuinely like. She's absolutely adorable. Her being a charge character caught me off guard, and that opened my eyes. It's just like, if she's a charge character, how crazy are we gonna get with the rest of the cast? Like, that means La Diva may just be, like, maybe she'll have freaking 360 motions as grabs. Like, holy shit. But here's what's interesting too, is that if you don't want to do a charge attack, just press R1. That's where I think this game is gonna succeed a little bit, especially when you're wanting to learn new characters. Let's just say, like, obviously Charlotta. I suck ass at charge motions. I can't do that. I can't do that shit to save my goddamn life, right? But thanks to this game and the simplicity of the R1 button that exists, I could do fireball back. I could do down buttons or down motions. Holy shit, I could actually do charge motions with R1 and forward R1. Only downside is that the skills are gonna take long to recover. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually learn how to do charge motions just because I don't want my skills to take long as fuck to come back anymore. That is crazy, dude. So this is where I think the shortcut option is actually going to be extremely helpful. Lancelot, see? You got X and you got freaking... X is their overdrive, man. Or not overdrive, their drive. You got freaking unique motions and attacks within shit. Oh, he has a Bladed Impulse? He has a forward move? What the hell? Fireball forward, fireball back. And then this is a follow-up, down, fireball forward, fireball forward. Oh my god! She has a fireball back. Wait, she's the only one that has 2 Skybound arts. Huh. Super attacks aren't in, and they are in, but you have to actually have your SB gauge full to activate it. Before, when we were reading about it, they were saying how your SB gauge will genuinely fill up doing things. So maybe it'll fill up just by walking forward, you know how like a Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball does it. And pretty sure if you hit them, your meter will come even full, will become more full, and so on and so forth. So in technicality, yes, you have supers, but you need them to be full. But it depends on what you do. That's very interesting. It's not always at your disposal. It's not always at like an option for you. So if you use that super, that's all you got for that time. I think I got to give props to Team Red on this. It looks on paper genuinely good. And R1 is always an option for people no matter what. But it's not forcing it down everybody's throat, and it does come with some consequences. If you use R1, your skills get into a longer cooldown state. But then, hey, you want to learn of motion, your skills can come back extremely fast. Like it's good. I genuinely like the thought process going on with this game, and honestly, it gives me a hope that this game is gonna succeed. Obviously, it's gonna succeed with the name overall. But as a fighting game, I think it may succeed. I think the newcomers for this game will genuinely be happy too. Like, if I don't know how to do none of this, well, guess what? I got another option for your asses. Overall thought process, I think this game has a lot of potential. I genuinely do. You got your normal motions, and the game obviously looks extremely pretty. It's appealing to the casual audiences, but also appealing to the damn veterans of fighting games, and it's encouraging new players, beginners, to learn motions. And when they learn that motion, guess what? Then they get better as a player, and they could use that motions for some of this other shit. But as I said before, oh snap, I could do a fireball and I could do it just backwards. I don't know how to do a DP, but then so I'm just gonna keep pressing forward in R1. It's genuinely good. I really like the direction this game is going, man. I really do. But that ends it for my little thought on this ordeal. I'll obviously give some more feedback when I do play it when the beta drops. But tell me what you guys think down below. Anyways, my name is Jerome, and I will see you guys with the next video.